Konnichiwa! From the bustling streets of Tokyo to the tree canopy-lined streets of Kyoto, today we're discussing the top 10 Japanese motorcycles. Let me take you through the best of the best Japanese motorcycles that made history and left tire tracks on the heart of every enthusiast. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for future content. The Honda CB750. The experience you get from riding a Honda CB750 is unrivaled. It was the kind of motorcycle that when your fingers lightly brush over the controls, you can feel the precision engineering beneath your touch. Riders enjoyed the hum from the engines that reminded them of the power they had in their hands and the level of smoothness that was unheard of in the history of motorcycles that they now enjoyed. As they twist the throttle, the bike accelerates effortlessly and without issues. It also had the first of its kind disc brake. In a situation where a rider's tearing down a winding mountain road with the bike leaning into the curves like a natural extension of their body. Suddenly, a deer darts across the road. When the rider squeezes the brake lever, the bike responds instantly, and the front disc brake grips the wheel with precision and ease. That simply meant that the disaster was avoided, and the rider could now continue with their ride without thinking twice about the incident. The CB750 proved it wasn't just fast, it was also safe. The Kawasaki H2 Mach 4. The adjective fast proves insufficient to describe the H2. It wasn't just fast, it was blisteringly fast. If you had a straight stretch of highway, all you needed to do was lean forward, grip the bars tightly, and watch as the bike rockets forward. It would even feel as though the front wheel is threatening to lift off the ground, and the exhaust will crackle in a way that makes you happy. In an experience like this, you can feel your heart pound, your adrenaline surge, and the world around you gets blurry. But the H2 wasn't just about speed. It had a combo you can call aggressive styling. It had a low-slung tank in bold colors that gave it an unmistakable presence. You could spot an H2 from a mile away. It always looked like it was daring you to tame it. And yet for all its rare power, the Mach 4 required respect. A miscalculated twist of the throttle or a poorly timed corner could end in disaster. But for those who could handle it, the H2 offered an experience like no other. If you're liking our list, make sure you subscribe. The Honda CB350. The CB350 was built for everyone. By everyone, we mean the young professional commuting to work, weekend explorer cruising through winding back roads, or the casual rider enjoying a trip to the countryside. Marketers will often say that everyone can't be your target audience, but for this motorcycle, its sales defied marketing principles. It had a lightweight frame, making it feel approachable and nimble. As you press the starter, the parallel twin engine comes to life with a gentle hum. It was not too loud, not too intimidating, but with just the right amount of confidence. The Yamaha RD350. The RD350 had a lightweight frame and aggressive styling that made it obvious that it was built to race, and it rode like it too. For a motorcycle like this, the corners of the road become your playground, because with each twist of the road, you get a chance to lean in and feel the bike respond in a way that makes you feel more powerful. The exhaust note had a sharp crackle that turned heads and left a trail of envious riders in its wake. It announces your presence even before people see you. If you were a thrill seeker, rebel, or dreamer back in the 1970s, then you would have enjoyed every feeling that comes with riding this. The Honda CB504. Sometimes younger siblings outshine their older ones, even without making too much effort. It was a star in its own right, proving that sometimes less is more. The CB504 was nimble. This made it a favorite for riders who craved agility. You can imagine yourself taking it through a twisty canyon road, leaning into each corner with confidence in the machine you have. It has a lighter frame and perfectly tuned engine that offers the sweet spot between the brute strength of the CB750 and the accessibility of smaller bikes. For many, the CB504 was the perfect compromise: stylish, powerful, versatile, and everything in between. The Yamaha DT250. It's the king of dual sports. It was a bike that feels equally at home on rough trails as it does on smooth asphalt. If you grip the handlebars of the DT250, you can feel its tires kick up dirt and gravel. Its 250cc two-stroke engine provides enough power to tackle steep inclines and muddy paths without breaking a sweat or even breaking down the next minute. The frame dances effortlessly over rocks and roots, while the long-travel suspension absorbs every bump, making the ride smooth and exhilarating. If you move from the wild trails to a quiet highway, the same bike now cruising effortlessly at speed. Its versatility was unmatched. It could handle the roughest terrains in the morning and glide through city streets by afternoon. Riders loved it for its reliability and adaptability, whether they were adventurers seeking new trails or commuters navigating urban jungles. Still around and watching? Make sure to subscribe for more. The Kawasaki Z1. When Kawasaki wanted to give a bold answer to Honda's CB750, they released the Z1. It was the kind of answer that surpassed whatever Honda had done in the CB750. When you first fire up the Z1's 903cc inline-4 engine, you can hear a deep growl that signaled the immense power waiting to be unleashed. At this point, you just can't wait to unleash it. This wasn't a bike for the faint-hearted. As you twist the throttle, the Z1 surges forward with authority. It has a smooth acceleration and top-end speed that could end up setting the standard for other motorcycles of the era. With the Z1, long miles won't scare you because it eats up the miles with ease. Its reliability meant you didn't have to worry about breakdowns, while its stylish design made you the center of attention at every stop. Riders loved it for its power, engineers admired it for its innovation, and enthusiasts celebrated it as the motorcycle that solidified Kawasaki's reputation in the global market. The Suzuki GT750. This world-class bike was nicknamed the Water Buffalo because of its size and liquid-cooled engine. It's perfect to say that the GT750 was a trailblazer. It was the first Japanese motorcycle to feature liquid cooling, and its smooth ride quickly earned it a loyal following. The GT750 was a bike that offered comfort and stability on long rides. If you were heading out on a cross-country journey, the bike's liquid-cooled engine purring steadily for hours without overheating. The design was bold, with its signature dual exhaust pipes and sturdy frame. The industry of things that get you noticed everywhere. The Honda CB450. The mid-1960s was a time when British motorcycles like Triumph and Norton ruled the roads with their rugged charm and raw power. Then Honda came into the picture. It was a relative newcomer to the big bike scene, so they needed a machine that turned heads and raised eyebrows to get noticed. So they brought the Honda CB450, fondly known as the Black Bomber, into the picture. Anyone who saw it knew that it was a marvel of engineering that was light years ahead of the pushrod engines of its competitors. The sound was different. It was a crisp and clean note that told you of the bigger innovation beneath its sleek and black exterior. CB450's lightweight frame and advanced suspension made it a joy to handle. It also had a top speed of over 100 miles per hour, which made competitors seem like snails. Let's just say that it was like bringing a gun to a sword fight. The Yamaha XS650. This was a bike that didn't need to shout to make an impression. It was a quiet, confident machine that earned its place in the hearts of riders around the world. The 653cc engine was a masterpiece of simplicity. It delivered smooth and consistent power that made the bike as comfortable on long highways as it was zipping through busy city streets. But when you twist the throttle, the kitten transforms into a lion, roaring to life with enough power to leave its mark. Buying the Yamaha was enough reason to sleep at night and dream of the clean lines of its frame, the polished chrome gleaming under the sun, and the perfectly proportioned tank that gave it an elegant, timeless look. One thing that made a lot of people daydream about the work of art is its versatility. Riders had the option to use it as a commuter during the week. This same bike didn't look out of place when you take it on adventures over the weekend. It was easy to maintain since the design was simple. Riders all trusted it through the rain and the sun, knowing that it doesn't just break down anywhere or leave them stranded. If you ever come across one of these gems, do yourself a favor, don't just look, take a ride. Because some pieces of history are meant to be experienced, not just remembered. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel.